everybody, welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. Hanging out in the garage, getting ready to have a beer. Loki's chilling over on his cat tower, and I'm hanging out in the chair by the beer fridge and this treadmill that don't get too much use. But the beer we have today is going to be Coffee Bender from the Surly Brewing Company. This was a gift from Anderson. I'm not sure where he picked it up, probably somewhere in Cleveland, I assume. Surly Brewing is out of Minneapolis and Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. So I haven't done a whole ton of Minnesota breweries on the show so far, so happy to pick them up. Went to the website to learn a little bit about them. They have this brown ale with coffee added. They also had a whole lot of other beers, and it was kind of interesting the way their website was broken down. You could look by hop forward, malt forward, darkness, and then it had left of the dial, which was all kinds of other stuff, some barrel aged things, some other interesting beers. I honestly like the way they broke it down, so you can say, okay, I like hoppy beers or this or that. So I know there's a lot of people out there that probably aren't sure what some of the styles are and aren't sure which way to go, but maybe they know they prefer hoppier beers or maltier beers. So it's kind of a unique way, I guess, to break down the beers that they had. This one here, again, is a brown ale with coffee added. Comes in at 5.5% ABV. And overall, it looked like the ratings for this were magnificent. On Untappd, it had a 3.92, Beer Advocate a 4.18, and the overall critic score was a 93 outstanding. Now, interesting, when I opened this, I didn't really hear much of a pop or a hiss or anything. I was worried what it would look like when it poured, but it looks quite fine. Get a nice little bit of head there on that. All right, let's check it out. Color, obviously quite dark brown. I can see a bit of carbonation up here around the edges because of the color. It's kind of hard to see what else is going on inside. Head looks pretty solid. That's at least a thumb's width of head here. And it looks like, you know, kind of a creamish tan color like you probably expect on a beer like this. Smell, pick up a bit of the roasty malt. You probably get a bit of a caramel smell. Coffee smell, obviously. I mean, it's, you know, kind of a brown ale with coffee added. You pick up a bit of the coffee. Let's check it out. Big sip there. Okay. First thing, I don't know what I was expecting body-wise. I see when you see a darker beer, I guess maybe I always kind of think stouts, you think heavy, and it's really not that at all. It's actually kind of, you know, middle of the road, nice body to it. Maybe a little thinner than I expected, but it is a brown ale. It's not a stout or a porter, so, you know, I guess it's true to style. I just, for some reason, my brain thought this was going to be a bit heavier than it was. Quite nice body to it, quite a nice taste. I think the first thing you kind of pick up is the coffee. It's not a real strong coffee taste. It's kind of a nice roasty flavor. Then you do pick up maybe a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of caramel. There's a little bit of complexity there. It's pretty solid beer. I think I mentioned this on some of the other videos. Brown ales are something that are kind of criminally underrated. You really don't see a lot of them out there, and sometimes when you do, they're really not the best, you know, the best ones around, which kind of does disservice to those. If the only brown ales out there aren't really that good, people start to think, this isn't really a beer style that I like. When these are done well, they're really good. They are really good. And they complement some of the other dark beers like porters or stouts. I mean, obviously stouts are kind of up here on the bit heavier porters, and you kind of move down to the brown ales. But if you like darker ales with more of a roasty malt profile, these are really nice beers. So, Surly Brewing Company out of Minnesota. They did a really good job with this one. Another really great beer. Thank you, Anderson, for bringing this one out. Really appreciate the opportunity to try it. Again, it's got a 93 outstanding score by the critics on Beer Advocate, so clearly pretty solid beer. And I would say this one definitely lives up to the expectation. It gets a thumbs up. I would drink another one of these. If you like the video and you know want to see more like this, please hit that thumbs up and please subscribe. Also, if you have any comments or questions, you've had any of the other Surly beers, looks like they all get really good ratings. Seems to be a really good brewery. Let me know what you think about them below. I'd love to check out some more of their beers. I'll have to see what I can hunt down. Hey, stay safe. Till next time. Cheers.